I'm about 2.5 miles this morning, and I wasn't going to blog. Kind of tired, just got back from Tennessee and Kentucky this weekend, Memorial Day weekend, had a good time. But I got a little something on my mind. What's really cool about video is you get to play it back and take a look at what you're saying, how you're doing, what's going on. And matter of fact, a lot of people use that to get better at public speaking, because more people fear public speaking than they do death. In any case, the real reason I wanted to blog this morning is because this has been on my mind since I've been running, and I happened to catch a short sermon on the radio. This weekend, my grandfather, whom I adore, is 89 years old. He'll be 90 in February. And if you don't know anything about older traditional customs, those folks like to plan everything in advance. And my grandfather actually is a retired minister. He was a minister for a long time and a carpenter. And just an inspiration to me growing up, although I didn't meet him until, later on in life. But since I have met him and spent time with him, he's been an inspiration. And one of the things that came up this weekend at my cousin's wedding was, I need to sit down and talk with you and my uncle. I said, all right. So we sat down and we got to talk, and he said, I've been thinking about this long and hard, and there's a gentleman who was going to bury me, but he just lost his wife, and he's getting a little crippled, and I was praying to God to find a solution. And I just want you to know that when I die, I want you to perform the service at my funeral. And he asked my uncle if he would read Psalm 23 and do the introduction, and then he asked me if I would do the actual sermon for his burial. And as morbid as that sounds, strange as that sounds, and hard to believe as that sounds, considering he asked me out of all these grandkids he has, one thing I do know for sure is that when a guy prays to God and God tells him to do something, and he asks him to handle something a certain way, a man of God usually does that. And that's my grandfather. He's a man of God, and so I'm going to honor his wishes and battle that fear of sermon and see what I can do to make sure that his wishes are honored and that he is buried in a professional and respectful manner in front of his family and friends. So thanks for listening to my rant this morning. I'm going to run a couple more miles, and I need to get back to work because it's been a long weekend. Grandpa, I love you, and I hope that I don't have to perform that for at least another 15, 20 years. Have a good day.